Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Diego, and this is my final project. We first start off with the personal assessment. This is a way for us to build a quick report with a client. We get to learn medical history, personal history, and a couple other things about our client. We then get into the static postural assessment, where we place stickers on landmarks of the human body to indicate if there are any postural deviations within a client, athlete, or whoever you may be with at the time. So as you can see here, I am placing stickers on a client. This is my brother. The reason why I chose him is because he is a Thai fighter. Typically, fighters have a postural deviation within the shoulders and hip area, and hence the reason why I chose him. In the next couple scenes, you will be seeing a couple photos that I took of my brother while doing his static postural assessment. We could indicate that they or he has rounding shoulders, protracted shoulders, forward head, slight scoliosis within his back. We also can notice that one hip is slightly higher than the other. We also notice that one shoulder blade is higher than the other. Now we proceed with the Y balance test. This test allows us to see if there are any impingements with the adductors, abductors of the hip. While doing this part of the assessment, I noticed that he had a slight imbalance with his left hip compared to his right hip. When standing on his left leg and reaching medially with his right, he wouldn't reach as far as he could on the opposite leg, indicating that he has tightness within the abductors. We then proceed to the single leg balance test. As you can see, I tell my client what to do, show my client what to do, and then have him proceed with the following assessment. His records indicate that he was above normal and he passed the set time. This indicates that he has really good ankle stability and mobility. We then proceed to the shoulder flexion and extension assessment, where we have our client lay prone, chin tucked to the chest, and have him extend his arms behind his back. We then flip over, lay on our back, have our knees bent, and proceed with raising our hands over our head. As you may notice, upon doing the extension part of this assessment, my client isn't able to fully extend his arms behind his back to the complete 45-degree angle. This may indicate tightness within the traps and rear delts. As we proceed to the flexion part of the assessment, my client is able to fully extend his hands overhead without any impingement or anything wrong occurring. We then proceed with the hip flexor assessment, which indicates if there is tightness within the hamstrings and hip flexors and extensors. As you could see, upon doing the assessment, my client cannot complete the full 90-degree angle without raising his opposite hamstring and hip off the table. This indicates that there is tightness within the hip flexors and hamstrings. As you could see, my client also has the same tightness within his opposite hip and hamstring. We then proceed to the torso muscular endurance test, or core battery test, With this test, we indicate how strong our core is and for how long we could possibly hold it for. Here you see me and my personal trainer proceed with the torso endurance test by placing a board behind my back and slowly reclining the board to a 50 to 60 degree. Once that is complete, he would remove the board and you would engage your core and hold for as long as you possibly can. Then we proceed to the trunk lateral endurance test. Previously, my client was able to hold his position for the torus muscular endurance test for 30 seconds. As he proceeds to continue with the lateral endurance test, we see that he is able to hold out for 30 seconds on both sides, indicating that both sides are equally as strong. In this part of the assessment, we want the client's elbow and shoulder to be parallel with each other. And if your client cannot proceed with this test with legs fully extended out, you can have your client bend their knees, place the knees on the floor laterally, and proceed with the test. We next then go into trunk extensor test, which indicates how strong their extensor muscles are. During this portion of the test, my client was only able to hold this position for more than 20 seconds, which compared to his trunk endurance test is just off by 10 seconds, which indicates poor structure. We then proceed to the push-up assessment, where we have our client do as many push-ups as they possibly can and rate them on a scale. Another movement assessment that we will be doing is the squat assessment. We would have a client have parallel feet shoulder width apart and proceed with doing a squat. As you see here, my brother or client has rounding of his butt and forward leaning of his shoulders and not properly keeping his chest up. Ways we could fix this is by having a kettlebell or front rack squat to engage more core stability. We then proceed with the step up assessment. Here we have a client step up on a 10 or 12-inch box or whatever is available and raise one foot to a complete 90-degree angle